we're gonna start with our neck. So all three parts of your spine and like build from there. So we'll start with your neck. We'll move and incorporate your shoulders and your upper back, and then also your low back. Okay. But before we start to do that, I want you to just find a seat. Make sure your feet are on the ground so they feel nice and rooted, because we're trying to like almost emulate like mountain pose. You've like arrived, your morning has started, your alarm has gone off, or you've woken up. And just take a moment to close your eyes. So place your palms down on your thighs or wherever it feels good for them to rest. And these stretches, what will hopefully make them even more impactful for these movements that we'll find, is matching movement with breath. So it won't just be stretching on its own. It will be almost like a pranayama or a breath practice where we match movement with breath. So think about on your inhales, you create a little bit more space. Maybe you sit up a little bit taller. And on your exhale, you soften something, whether it's your face, your shoulders, your jaw. Your mind. Take a few rounds just like that. So thinking about creating space on the inhale. Finding ease, or even this idea of deepening or settling on your exhale. A few more. Inhale. And out. Breath in, expand. Breath out, find ease or deepen. Letting that sort of be your mantra. So inhaling to create space. Exhale to deepen or soften or find ease. And one more right here. Big breath in, slightly hold at the top. And just maybe even open your mouth, let out a slow sigh. Excellent. And then blink your eyes open, take in a little more light, hopefully a little less distraction than before. Shrug your shoulders up. So start with just shoulder rolls here. We ask the shoulders to warm up. Take note of what direction you might be moving in. Probably up, back, and down and around. I want you to switch directions. So this could be small movement. It could start to slowly build if it feels better as you slowly move. And try not to be concerned about what it looks like too much, but more interested in what it feels like. I think that's like a key component to this sort of work. And then find neutral, so to speak. So come back to a place that feels comfortable. See if you can inhale to sit up tall again, that nice little cue for yourself to rise. And then exhale to deepen or find ease. So maybe a little more space in the neck. And then we'll start by moving the neck a little more as that first part. Start to drop your chin, just only your chin. So everything else stays the same. Down to your chest. And then start to lift your chin up towards the sky. So it's this cat-cow-like movement. Inhale here. And then exhale, chin to your chest. So it's like you're doing cat-cow, but just with your neck. Inhale to lift your face, lift your chin, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. And that might feel good. As you start to notice a little stretch along the spine as you draw your chin in, and then come back to neutral when you're ready. Right ear drops to your right shoulder and back up through center. Left ear over towards your left shoulder. So here's that side to side action. Do that one more time. Right ear over to the right. Back up. Left ear over to the left. Back up. And then you twist. Look over the right shoulder. And then back to center. Look over the left shoulder. And back to center. Do that one more time. Over your right, you look. Nothing else moves. Just the head and the neck. Back to center. And then over the left ear. And back to center. And so of course you could do that as many times as you wanted. If you wanted to, like, if you found a spot and you're like, oh, that needs a little extra love and some extra oil, you could stay there and breathe, right? You might even lengthen your arm. So getting like just curious as to what allows you to like deepen that sensation and then find that softening with your breath, okay? And so then we'll move to your mid back, right? So I'm just going to turn to the side for a second so you can see me. But you'll bring your hands to your knees and then start to lift your chest a little bit higher here. And then think about drawing your shoulders back a little more and lift your face, lift your chin. So nice. And then exhale, start to lean back. Your upper back starts to almost lean back and your shoulders go forward. Your chin comes to your chest. So you start to build that movement. Inhale to rock forward a bit. Exhale to rock back a bit. So nice. And then come back to neutral. A breath in to sit up a little bit taller. And a breath out just to start to tip over to the right. So you're starting to create that side bend. And you can drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. So you're just adding in the shoulders here. And then come back up. And then tip over to the left. Same idea. Back to center one more time. Dip over. Back to center. And then dip to the left. Back to center. Now we twist. Inhale to sit up taller. Find that expansion. And then exhale, slowly start to just bring left hand to your right knee here. Just a little bit of like feedback on that hand to then maybe look over your right shoulder. So your upper body starts to follow. And then back to center. Right hand outside the left knee. So opposite hand, opposite knee. Look over your left shoulder. You twist. Do that again. Come back to center. Left hand, right knee. Look over to the right. And then back to center and then cross. Over the left. Come back to center. Okay, take a round of shoulder shrugs, shoulder rolls. And then we'll do one final round adding in our arms. So take a breath in, sit up tall. Breath out, soften the shoulders away. So you'll inhale, start to tip forward even more like you would in cow pose. Now think about your whole spine from your pelvis tilting forward, right? To then your shoulders drawing back, lifting your chest, lifting your face. And then you exhale, maybe you make that even bigger and you round in. Right here, like that cat and cow. So inhale to tip the pelvis forward. The spine starts to create that little bit of a C shape here as you lift the chin, lift the face. And then you round in, curl in. Sometimes this feels really nice as a stretch in between the shoulder blades. Come back to neutral. Excellent. Sweep the arms out and up. Big breath in to reach up. Drop the right hand down. Hold on to that seat underneath you. And then just start to lean over and stretch with the fingertips. Also nice for the shoulder and the space and the muscles underneath the shoulder, right? And then come back up and you'll switch. So left hand will grab the side of your chair, right arm will reach high first. Inhale to expand, and then exhale to deepen, and then soften in. Inhale to rise. Let's do that one more time. Right hand drops, left arm rises, you tip over to the right. And back through center. Left hand drops, you switch, right arm rises, and then you tip over. So nice. Now one last move, we've got a twist, right? So reach the arms up, big breath in. Now it's left hand outside the right knee. Maybe right hand grabs the back of your chair or the side of your chair, and then you use that as leverage to then maybe even look, maybe not all the way over your right shoulder, but towards that direction. Now, if your neck does not want to move as an extension of that twist, no need to force it. You could just look straight ahead off to the side of your chair. And then come back to center. Other side, reach the hands up. And then right hand outside the left knee. You can grab onto that chair behind you. And then maybe you twist over to the left. Maybe your neck wants to follow that. And then you'll come back. Hands rest on your knees or your thighs. Soften your eyes. Just want to take a breath in to then shrug the shoulders up, bring them back, down. One more like that. Draw them up, back, down. Return to your breath. Breathe in and out. And two more like that. Inhale to expand. Exhale to land. Last one, breathing in and out. So nice. And then take rolls of the ankles. Your right and then your left, both directions if you can. Take a roll of the wrist, both directions if you can. And then something you can do in a chair. This might be nice to offer up if you're at school, you're sitting in a chair for a while. You could try it on the edge of a bed. I'm not sure the height of your bed, but it's worth trying. Or if you have a chair nearby, by this time, maybe you start to feel like you're ready to move a little bit more, but you can start to take what is almost like a lunge, but in a chair. It's kind of nice option when we really don't want to get down on the ground and maneuver all around and then have to get back up. You can start to turn to the side of your chair. So the back of your chair will be alongside of you. And it's almost like you're in chair pose, literally. You're sitting, right? Your knees are tracking straight forward, just like you would be in chair pose. But you keep we're going to start with your right foot forward. And then you can start to send that other leg behind you. And it takes a little bit of maneuvering. Sometimes you have to come to that spot. I want you to make sure that chair is nice and sturdy. I like to grab onto the back of the chair for that. And sometimes you can just feel this little bit of stretch, and it doesn't take a whole lot. You can feel this start to happen. And you try and keep your hips a little bit square, and then maybe even start to deepen by reaching your left hand up. So just an option here. Your toes can stay tucked. If that's not working for you, totally fine. You can bring it back. Just an option to play with. And I want you to come back to center. You're in that regular chair shape. So the back of your chair is behind you. And if you want to start to take a little bit of mobility with the hips here, you can also just take little knee circles.